Let's go next to Jared from California. Jared from California, welcome to the program. What's on your mind today? Jared?
David, are you able to hear me?
Yes, I am.
Hi, perfect. Well, I wanted to say I've been a big fan of the show for a long time. I hope you're having a good new year.
Thank you. Likewise.
Apologies, I just had to step out for a second. Just got to compose myself. So my question that I've been wanting to ask you is
Please.
in regards to the behavior of the Democratic Party. Mostly, this is speculation on my part, but just based on what I've observed, there's been a lot of controversy surrounding these primary uh, these primary elections and what the DNC is doing to essentially suppress the will of the people, in my view, by outright not allowing certain people to run when they should have been previously, or most recently, the story came out that New Hampshire, which should be going first, is being forced into not being able to go first, or
Yeah.
that the results are not going to be considered. I just wanted to get your opinion because I feel like that's a very important thing that a lot of
Yeah.
people are not really giving enough attention to. It
Jared,
gives
who
into
isn't
the
being
narrative that
who isn't being allowed to run? That part I didn't hear.
so not that they're not allowed to run, but like in Florida, for example, how the DNC has basically decided that the primary is just not going to happen, and that Joe is just going to get their vote to begin with.
So listen, here's the thing, Jared. I've spoken about this before.
Yeah.
I would love for there to be a primary all the time. Have a primary regardless of who is incumbent. If you have an incumbent president and they say I'm running for reelection, make them win the primary again. That's my preference, right?
Mhm.
That's never the way it works, and it's not unique to the Democratic Party. In 2020, it was the same thing with Donald Trump. Now, oh, well, we don't have to be as bad as the Republicans. Fine. No, but the point here is a different one. The point here is political parties have assessed that the best way to win an election, if you have an incumbent, is to stick with that incumbent. Now, are they right about that? I think they probably are in most cases, but maybe not
Mhm.
all. But there's really
So
nothing special going on here. And that's the thing. I think it's fine to be critical of the fact that this is the way it works when you have an incumbent. Totally fine thing to say. But there's nothing special going on. When you have an incumbent, both parties do it this way. There's no real primary.
okay, my question then I guess would be, should we when we hear the other side, Republicans or Trump even say that Democrats are suppressing the will of the people, that they're taking away their options, they're rigging things. By looking at things through that lens and looking at this is basically evidence for that if they wanted to use it in that sense. So
No,
I
see,
just feel
so
like
I think
it's
it's
a bit of
very
a dangerous
important.
game to
I think
play.
it's really important. Again, I would love a primary every single time, but
Mhm.
I think it's dangerous to say that when a political party doesn't hold a primary because they have an incumbent, it's the same type of rigging that has been accused over the last 4 years that includes vote dumps, manipulation of different kind, voter suppression. I think it's a bad idea to start in any way using the same terminology. When there's an incumbent running for reelection, political parties essentially give them the nomination. That's not rigging an election in the way that these other things are rigging elections. I would not start using the same terms for that. I think it's a bad idea.
I completely agree, and I just worry that they would use those terms. But I completely agree with you, and I
Yeah.
appreciate you taking my call and answering my question. Thank you so much.
All right, Jared from California, great to hear from you. One of the longest running David Pakman Show sponsors is Magic Spoon cereal. They have been with us for years, and it's only because my audience loves Magic Spoon. Magic Spoon has really reinvented your favorite childhood cereals. Each serving has 0 grams of sugar, 13 to 14 grams of protein, and only 4 to 5 net carbs per serving. It is keto friendly, it is grain free, and you can relive the moments of watching your favorite cartoons without the guilt and the sugar. My favorite flavor is maple waffle. So nostalgic, but it also comes in great flavors like cocoa, fruity, frosted, peanut butter, blueberry muffin. Also, check out Magic Spoon treats, which are the perfect on-the-go snack. They are like the marshmallow treats you had as a kid, but with only 1 gram of sugar, 1 to 2 net carbs, and 11 grams of protein per bar. Magic Spoon is so confident in their product, it is backed with a 100% happiness guarantee. For any reason, if you don't like it, they'll refund your money, no questions asked. Go to magicspoon.com/Pacman to create a cereal box bundle. Grab some Magic Spoon treats for being on the go. You'll get $5 off with the code Pacman. The link is down below.